That Mid-Autumn festival, misfortune struck our family. My mother fell ill and couldn't work, and the factory where my father worked halted production. He had to take on odd jobs to get by. One day, a company director saw how honest and sincere he was and gave him a bag of mooncakes, something normally reserved for official employees. The bag contained 5 mooncakes. Through the clear plastic wrapping, we could see the label, 5 kernel mooncakes. That evening, the whole family sat silently around the mooncakes. My father watched my mother closely. My 7-year-old little brother spoke up boldly. "What do 5 kernel mooncakes taste like? I've never had one before." "I've never had one either." My 5-year-old little sister chimed in weakly. "You just had one last year. How could you forget already?" I snapped, flaunting my authority as the 8-year-old big brother, even drooling a little as I spoke. My mother, on the other hand, seemed not to hear or see anything. She gently pushed the mooncakes toward my father and said, "Let's give one to old Mrs. Nom next door. She brought us some grapes from her garden yesterday, and we haven't given her anything in return." "The grapes were so sour," my little brother grumbled, flopping to the side. "If they were sour, why did you fight me for them?" my little sister whispered. But mother insisted and pushed the mooncakes closer to father. He stood up hesitantly, picked one up, and examined it carefully. "This mooncake looks like it was bitten by a rat," he said. We all gathered around, and sure enough, a small piece had been gnawed off, and there was a tiny tear in the plastic packaging. A mooncake bitten by a rat obviously couldn't be given as a gift anymore. We 3 kids cheered inwardly, eagerly watching what Dad would do. He carefully cut away the bitten part, then divided the rest into thirds for us children. He saved the last piece for Mom, but she wouldn't eat it either. They kept passing it back and forth between them. In the end, that remaining piece was left until the next day, then given to us again. That day, my mother picked up a few crumbs of mooncake and brought them to her lips. Then she placed the remaining morsel into my father's mouth and said, "See, we've eaten mooncakes. We've celebrated Mid-Autumn Festival too." Years passed. We each have our own families now. Every year, when the Mid-Autumn Festival comes, we bring mooncakes home to our parents. And as we gather to eat our reunion cakes, we always recall that joyful story from our childhood, the one about the rat that nibbled our mooncake. The kids crowd around their grandfather, shouting, "Mr. Rat, Mr. Rat." And my mother always laughs and says, "Oh, your father was just joking. Who wouldn't have noticed?" As if a real rat would eat mooncakes.